esteemed fellow judges. My name is Balqish'S. I am a Form 5 student and it is an honor to be here representing my district in the selection of Nilam representative for state level. On the ruins of Malacca, we built the spirit of Merdeka, that we must not stand defending the rights of inheritance. Honorable judges, this pattern is uttered by one of the characters in the novel that has captivated my heart. Scattered Bones, written by Usman Awak, published in 2009 by the National Translation Agency ITNM. This book would be the primary book that I'm going to talk about today, followed by other four incredible supplementary books. Scattered Bones is mainly about the life of policemen in the emergency period of Malaya. A character named Leman is the protagonist in this novel. Leman can be seen as a person who prioritizes his own thinking and self-awareness. Besides, he also the type of person who is compassionate and easily sympathizes for others. This book is seen to be revealing the condition of people, society, and the country during the emergency period of Malaya. A character named Leman. The plot that we use explains the hardships and the struggles of the people's life back then and how they feel their complex life with joy, sadness, anger, and disappointment. The most essential moral value that I obtain from this novel is we should be more grateful that we are able to live freely today thanks to the struggles of the people of the past. This book also will open our eyes to utilize our life in a different way because it shows you the suffering that peoples of the past had gone through to maintain peace for the sake of others. I believe that all of you are aware that even though the world is getting more sophisticated day by day, there are still countries and people out there fighting for their freedom. Yet here, we are still complaining how incomplete our life is, how hard our life is. Do we ever think about the plight of others? Let's think of this together. From my personal point of view, I think Scattered Bones is a great book that must be read by all in a way to appreciate more literary works by Malaysian laureate. Therefore, this book is an amazing piece to mold people to become a better version of themselves in appreciating life. The second book is by M.H. Herlong, The Great White Sea. M.H. Herlong is a writer with a goal to write a book that her children would like to read. Lucky her, The Great White Sea became the book that managed to impress her children. This story is about three siblings that went to a year-long sailing trip with their father after the death of their beloved mom. Who are them to have to moral dramatically improve in order to survive on the chrysalis? What I like about the storyline is that three siblings always have each other's back regardless how many times they argue between themselves. After reading this book, it makes me realize that how important it is for us to have a strong bond with our close circle, especially our siblings. Honestly, a lot of people tend to think their siblings as an annoyance instead of blessing, but I think it is a normal thing to have a fight with your siblings, right? In my opinion, different siblings uses different love language. The third book is A Hope for Autism, written by Michael McAllister, published by Scholastic Limited in 2015. This story tells of a teenage girl's interest in pony. Gwen, a girl who born in a large family, and she's a child who's defined by what she's not. Her love and interest for pony makes her willing to do any kind of job just to collect money to buy her own dream pony, since her parents refused to buy it for her because of the high cost of expenses. This story is of a moral value that hard work can get you anywhere, and this relates to my life as a student who will be facing exam soon. After reading this book, it makes me realize that in order to succeed, you have to strip away preconceptions and focus on your determination. Brought to War by Valerie Wilding. You must be thinking that this book is based on true story, right? I can say the events in this story is not true events, and some of the characters might be based on true people, but the main character, Daphne Rountree, is a fictional character created by the author. Living during a war is a terrifying experience, but who we are to determine it. After the loss of her brother in an attack in London, Daphne decides to join volunteers to search her brother. This story exposed me about sisterly love for her younger brother. Also, Daphne's very courageous nature to join volunteers in saving the lives of those injured is really admired me. I don't think I'm brave enough like her. Set somewhere in the distant future, Museum of Thieves by Lion Tennant takes places in the city of Joel. This city is run by a grand protector and a series of blessed guardians. Every character that look kind in this book is the exact opposite of what it seems. They enforce cruel laws and believe care is a jail for children, thinking that all children must never be exposed to the dangers of the world. I would call this book dystopian, focused on the treatment of children within a larger society, but it's a bit unrealistic on purpose. This book also parable about growing up, not about the Dawsons, but about the half-remembered experience of learning to worry about things, learning that there are things in the world to worry about, but also learning how to deal with those things competently. At the same time, it grows a feeling of fear at all huge unknown dangers that you're starting to see, but then you realize it can be controlled. For example, war, famine, and disease. At first I read this book, I think it is a bit dark and scary at some parts, but most of the time it is light and adventurous. Before I end today's book reviews, here is a very good quote by Abdul Kalam. The best book is equal to 100 good friends, and a good friend is equal to an entire library. So inspirational, isn't it? So keep on reading, because reading gives you a limited amount of knowledge. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, candidate Sempurna, for your book review. So I only have one question. So, do you have many peers? So if you have peers, how would you promote the books that you have read to your peers, and why would you promote these books to them?
Yes, thank you, Madam Judges, for the question. I do have many peers, especially in my school. First, look at the title, my main book, Cadet Bonds. At first I saw this book, it is not so prominent to me, but then I saw the author's name, Usman Awang. As we already know, Usman Awang is a famous, outstanding novel writer in our country. And that fact attracts me more to read the storyline in this book. How do I attract my peers to read this book? Well, I will introduce this book to them and tell them this book briefly tells of our people's struggles during the time they achieved the independence, before the time they achieved the independence. So I will let them read this book and acknowledge the people's struggles, the people's life back then, the struggles that they went through to maintain peace for the sake of others. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Okay, one last question. Okay, you mentioned in your first book, right, about freedom, about the struggles of the past and all the people. So we celebrate our Independence Days every year on the 31st of August. And could you tell me, what do you understand about Independence Day? What do you understand about that? Your own opinion.
Okay, what I understand about the Independence Day, right? Well, the day of the Independence Day, I celebrate with my fellow friends, my multiracial fellow friends, and that's the day where we have the humanity, not to think about the religions, not to think about the racial that we have. We just celebrate together, and that is what my opinion talk about Independence Day. Thank you.
Next, thank you, candidate Sampurna. So congratulations for representing your district and all the best in your study. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy Teachers' Day.
Thank you. You may be excused now. You may be, you can go now. Thank you.